Thank you, Juan, and thank you for the journalism department for giving us the space to do this. It is a real honor, and I think the journalism department here is a unique journalism department because it is one that is committed to the community and the welfare of our community and our city, and it's not just trying to be distant from it, but trying to be part of it. You know, just the way that the Tecolote is part of the mission. I think the journalism department here is part of San Francisco, and so we have to protect it if we want San Francisco to keep on being the city that we want to be part of and to live in. You know, the slogan, "One job should be enough," and the title of the show, you know, for one job to be enough in San Francisco, which is the most expensive city in the world practically, I mean, that is saying something, right? And first of all, it says you have to fight like hell to keep that. And of course, what a lot of the pictures are is really fighting like hell to be able to live in San Francisco and to, you know, have one job and to support it and to have the strong union that makes it possible. You know, I've been taking pictures with Local 2 for 30 years. I was a union organizer before that. And I remember in the restaurant strike, we adopted a restaurant, North Beach Cafe, where the guy had the picture of Mussolini on the wall of his office. And so, you know, we know what these hotel owners and these restaurant owners are like. But it's been an honor to be able to be part of it. And I've felt like part of the union. I have my own union. I want to say that because it's important for journalism students to know that there is a union for people who work as journalists. And in fact, even if you work as a freelancer, I'm the co-chairperson of the freelance unit of the Northern California, or actually we're called now, the Pacific Media Workers Guild. So if you're thinking about making this what you want to do for a living, think hard about belonging to the union and making the union strong, because otherwise we are not going to be able to make a living here. It's just as much a struggle for us to live in San Francisco and to have a decent living as it is for somebody who works in a hotel. So we need to have unions, whether it's for faculty or hotel workers or for journalists. But it has been an honor to work with Local 2. And I feel like a member.
You are.
It's like, you know, and I think it's a particular kind of being a photographer and being a journalist. You know, on the one hand, you are kind of taking pictures of things and you're documenting it, and I've organized enough picket lines to know that there's a difference between taking the pictures and organizing the picket line or being part of it. But I think that the work that I do is intended to tell the truth about hotel workers and tell the truth about Local 2, but it's also intended to help the union to grow and to be strong and to help hotel workers to be able to accomplish the things that people need to have a decent life. And I think that this is, to me, what journalism is all about. It's not about being distant, it's about being close.
Yeah.
You know, and when you look at the pictures, I think a lot of them, you know, you're getting real close.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be close to the workers who are working to show what it feels like to work in a hotel. You know, it's like when I look at that picture of Lucy Wong and that cart on the wall, I think, how big is that cart?
Yeah.
How heavy is that cart? You know, the picture has to tell the truth about that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's the same with the picture, you know, some of them we did together. So like the picture of the hands, we took in 1999 when the hotels brought in the big thick mattresses, and the union needed to, and the workers needed to get the number of rooms down because people were really hurting themselves with having to lift the mattress and all the work that was. And so we sat out one day in the middle of Union Square, and when you all were coming off of work, people would sit down in this little folding chair that we had there and put your hands out like that, and we took pictures of hands, and that was one of them. And so then the union took the pictures of the hands and took them into negotiations and put them on the table in front of management and said, this is why you have to take the number of rooms down. And there's a picture of the negotiations where people were doing that. And there's Lupe Chavez with a thing on her, the wrist brace, right, which is the evidence of what you actually have to go through. She told me that that going to work in the morning in the room where you put on your uniform and everything is like the pharmacy, because everybody is, eating aspirin or ibuprofen or whatever it is that it takes to get you through the day. And so I think that the photographs have to show that, and they have to tell that truth. And so I feel honored to have been, that you as a union and as workers sort of welcome me in to be able to do this and to take those pictures. And so the pictures are really a tribute to you and a way of saying thank you for what you do and thank you for letting me be part of it.
Great. Well,
Thank you.
yeah.